Ni hao, and welcome back to the Chinese campaign. So the Japanese have sent two more battleships our way, and these two are completely unescorted. So we got 3 Timu class battleships, 2 heavy cruisers, a light cruiser, and 4 DDs. And I think, like last time, the DDs will have to do a bit of the work here. Well, the Timu class battleships can actually at least go for deck penetrations on these, because their deck armor is not that great. But they do have a lot of firepower. A lot of firepower. 20 16.3-inch guns each. So, yeah, if they get lucky and hit by battleships, they can do some pretty serious damage. So, let's see how it goes. And we're already firing at a range of 36 kilometers. Let's turn this way. And you guys can just keep firing. Let's see, I want that DD detached. The light cruiser, I guess, can also... she's got torpedoes too. But maybe I want to keep her safe, because I am kind of relying on her to provide protection from submarines. It's actually much better at ASW work than the DDs. Let's see, there we go. Let's drop you guys down to cruising speed, which should be 21.6 knots. Good enough. The cruisers can actually also do some work. Let's there's only 2 of them. I can have my rear battleship target the Conco. And the enemy battleships are now switching to my DDs. I'm gonna use my smoke launchers when I get a little bit closer. Let's see, what's the range now? 32 kilometers. At that range, yeah, I got plenty of deck penetration. So they're firing HE, which is actually the correct choice, because yeah, their deck is only 1.2 inches. And I can go through that with HE. Let's see, what more do they have? Cap Ballistic 2, AP shells, base fuse, HE. Gen 2 radar, coincidence 5. If there's one thing in my favor here with these battleships, it's probably that that's a lot of guns for a ship that size. Well, they're not small, but still, probably get a huge recoil debuff. Also draft minus 9.7. It's the range now, 25 kilometers. Let's smoke up. They are retreating. My battleships are actually faster than theirs, so it's not like they can actually escape. But it will make it difficult for me to actually score torpedo hits on them. when they're kiting away like that. Oof, yeah, that's one DD going down. If I can score some good flooding hits with my battleships, it should be easier to catch up with the DDs. Let's see if you can just target the front one and keep sailing. You can target Ise, and you can target Konko. And just launch whenever you can. Meanwhile, my battleships will have to slightly speed up. Make sure they don't just escape. We got torpedoes out from Hong Tudi and Gao Cheng. There we go. Okay, you're starting to take a lot of fire now. Get those torps in the water. And now your smoke has ran out. Could potentially have waited a little bit longer before using my smoke launchers. But then they might not have gotten this close to begin with. So this guy is now slowed down. Also, torpedoes are completely gone. So she's not going to be of any further use. And she's probably going to go down now. These two are intact. But will I get any torpedo hits? Here comes the torpedo swarm. And it's very spread out. But this one might take... no. Yes, maybe. There we go, one torpedo hit, flooding. Ise seems not bothered. Let's have you guys just shadow them from the outside. My two cruisers are almost out of ammo. They're firing at very long range. But I just really don't want to take any return hits from those big 16-inch guns. Now I can slow down to cruising speed again because the enemy battleships have been slowed down. Oh, and you're all targeting Konko now. That's not really what I wanted you to do. Oh, my torpedoes are already reloaded. That was quicker than expected. So we can go in for another run. 23 kilometers away. So almost in range, but I have to get quite a bit closer than that to actually get my torpedoes away. Yo, Bay is out of ammo. Gansu has a couple more HE shells left. She can just continue sailing. "29 kilometers away. My chance to hit is not the greatest, but at least they're pretty big and slow targets. And they're once again targeting my DDs. Let's force you guys to fire AP. Yeah, Gansu out of ammo. Can just keep going. Our targets are already selected. Do I dare get a little bit closer before I launch? Gao Cheng already launching. Huntudi already launching. Well, I guess it's up to the battleships now if the torpedoes don't work. There we go, more flooding on Kanko. But I think Hongtudi might also not make it back. Gao Cheng also. Pretty big hits. There we go, one torpedo hit on Ise. We're gonna get one more here. Konko, no further hits. Are you even gonna make it out? Gao Cheng really not doing too hot. Yeah, I think, yeah, that's Hong Tudi going down. I mean, it wasn't too terrible. I got some torpedo hits off. And if I can sink at least one of those, it will definitely be worth it. Because that's a $3 billion battleship versus a 150 million DD. So, lost 2 DDs already. That's 300 million. If I can sink one of the battleships, that's still a 10 to 1 in my advantage. But I need my battleships to start hitting before they run out of ammunition. Ricochets. Let's go with the HE now, that they're still far enough away that I can HE pen them. 25 kilometers. Yeah, 3.7 inches. HE pen. How far away are you now, light cruiser? Maybe I shouldn't have sent you home. Maybe I want you back here. Pretty far away. Conco sinks due to heavy flooding. What hit you? What happened to you, Conco? Oh, flash fire. Yeah, your propellant. Cordite 3. Alright. And Barbette 1. Alright. And guns, all of them. So yeah, that makes for some flash fire action, alright. So these are pretty explosive. Yeah, the last one I sunk also got a flash fire. So an E6 out of HE ammo. But that AP is still pretty scary. Partial pen on a main gun. Also, with all those secondaries, she should take a lot of crew loss. We're starting to hit it now. Actually, choose your own ammo. Yeah, I think we're gonna get this with our last remaining ammo, which isn't much, but it's something. 20 kilometers out. Yeah, chance to hit is much greater now. And you can no longer fire back because of angle. Let's get another Japanese battleship on the thumbnail. It's almost sad to sink it, because well, would be nice to take one as war operations. I think they still have one left after this one sinks, if it sinks, but I think it will. Unless my guns keep missing like that. Yeah, I can go for AP now. Belt penetration is possible. Got 18 inches of pen, she's got 13 inches of belt armor. Yeah, we can turn in a little bit. There we go, full penetration. She's not exploded yet. It's almost surprising. I think one of these has war operations, and with a nice refit. Giving her some more deck armor, and I think I'd turn the quad guns into triples. So from 20 to 15 guns, that's still quite a lot. And use the saved weight for a little bit more speed, a little bit more armor. There we go, there's the flash fire. There's the flash fire. Like that, maybe? That looks pretty nice. Move over, T-72. We got a new turret tossing champion. And there she goes. It cost me 2 DDs, but I think that's a good trade. That's 6 billion versus 300 million, so yeah, certainly reflected in the victory points. Hong 2D did some damage with 2 torpedo hits, so she didn't go for nothing. What's the other one that caused, yeah, this one, 1 torpedo hit. That's a lot of damage received on those DDs, but still, they're alive. Alright, good job, everyone involved. Let's see, do I have some new DDs to replace? So, the 2 surviving DDs here have been sent for repair in... where? Where did they go? Chinshu? Yeah. They're being repaired there. Am I building more DDs? I am not. I'm not building any more DDs. I've got some spare tonnage, so I can build some more DDs. I probably should. That's a bit much. So that should be like 15,000 tons. Let's go with 6 new DDs. 2 to replace the 2 I lost, and 4 for a new squadron. Yeah. And these 4 can go straight to Haichao. Actually, all of you can go to Haichao. And let's see, what have we here? Not to the class light cruiser, we've seen these before, and one of my Yangjiang class light cruisers, which, well, they haven't fared too well against their Japanese counterparts, have they? They pretty much always end up sunk. Even though on paper I have greater firepower. Well, mine are 7-inch, theirs are 7.7, but I've got more guns, but I think they just have a better hull to build on. At least that's my cope to explain myself. That's my excuse. Now, it is a straight up battle, not a convoy battle or anything. I think what I want to do is try and go bow in, because that should be my advantage, right? With all these guns facing forward with the what can you call it, like a super duper firing setup. Also, I do have more range. What's your accuracy at, let's say, 15,000? 0.6, 0.9? 0.5 and 1.1. You are hiding in your smoke. You're not running away, are you? No, you're not. You got the range now. What was your armor, Chiyoda? 1.2 all over. Can I pen 1.2 with HE? At 16 kilometers? I cannot. So, I will choose to fire HE. I want to slow to a crawl here. And once I've slowed down, I want to pop it into reverse and then start backing away with my bow pointed straight at the enemy. There we go, that's one that's gonna hit. No? Yes? There we go, floating hits. And we got an incoming torpedo. Avoided. Backwards torpedo beats. She gets to within 7,000 meters. I can start loading HE and go through with that. So far, I'm not really winning like this either. I need to cause some flooding, slow her down. Let's bring that rear turret into action now that we are about to exit their range. Don't have to worry about bow tanking, but I'm not just... yeah, I'm not really hitting much at this range. At their max range, they've got 0.6. Yeah, their guns are more accurate than mine. Got a very low chance to hit here. Instant stop. Okay. Let's get a little bit closer again then. Get a little bit of accuracy. See if maybe I can get some torpedoes in the water. Could get lucky with the torps. Oh, yeah, that's what I was afraid of. There's the engine damage. Come on now, turn. Yeah, they just do a lot more damage than I do. What kind of ammo do they have? Cap ballistic 1. Standard shell size. High capacity HE. I got cap 2, also standard. My torpedoes were nowhere near the enemy light cruiser. And now I'm taking even more flooding. And nope. That's another light cruiser dead. I think I should just start not taking these one-on-one light cruiser fights. Alright. But I think we're still up by quite a bit after sinking those 2 battleships, so it's not like a huge crisis or anything. Still though, that's a 400 million light cruiser. Next turn, this is done. You got 1% damage, so you can't sail anywhere. You got 7% damage, so you cannot sail anywhere. Well, that means I've got no more ships to add to this invasion circle. The submarine can head into port. So, we're gonna see if 17% chance to succeed is enough. It probably is not. Unrest went up. That means the invasion failed. Britain and the Soviet Union. Venezuela and Germany. Now allied. I failed to gain Kiachao Bay. And the Japanese army is actually advancing here. A bit more repair to be done. Oh, those 2 DDs. And this one, Pingu. And let's add 1 DD to that task force. How soon until we get some more ships into service? In 6 months. We get some new light cruisers. 6 and 7 months. 10 months and 11 for some new heavy cruisers. Also 6 months for new DDs. Okay. Well, Well, I guess we just gotta try the Cachao Bay invasion again. The required tonnage has gone down. It was 170 something, now it's 150 something. My army logistics is up to 9%. If I can get mine to go up a little bit more, and the Japanese army logistics to go down, then this land invasion here should fail. Another single battleship. And they're assembling a task force here consisting of a battleship and some DDs. And a light cruiser. Okay. I want to keep my battlecruisers just in port here, because they can generate some missions. Oh yeah, the submarine is being repaired now too. All right. My economy is growing by 5.6%. Alright. Okay, some tension. Submarine attacking my battle fleet. I sank it though. Light cruiser and a DD attacking this force. Let's see if we can gun them down. My battleship crews are now seasoned. Regular and seasoned. These two DDs have suddenly become very, very important. So I do not want to risk them. You can drop down to cruising speed. It's morning and clear weather, so we should have pretty good accuracy. Are they running away? Yeah, they might be. The ping. Is it gonna get further and further away? No, maybe not. Maybe. They've lost sight of me, but they might be in smoke. Nah, they're running away. So, here's a trick I learned from Brosili. If I set my ships to retreat, not just tell them to sail away, but actually use the retreat thing, the AI might pursue. Let's see if the radar pings get closer. There. I think they're still running. Yeah, no, they're still running. So we're just gonna wait for the end battle button. When I get more money later on in the campaign, I will definitely build some faster light cruisers and add to my task forces for these kind of jobs. But yeah, I should have gas turbines too. For some reason, I'm researching advanced marine engines without having gotten gas turbines, so that's a little bit weird. We also have a convoy battle. Let's see. Yeah, advanced marine engines. So we've gotten the Mark 5 14s. So this will be either Mark 5 15s or Mark 4 16s. What's our chance here now? 13%. That's not very good. Ah, we are beating them back though here. That was like 13% last month. They're at 25% army logistics. I'm up to 10. So situations are improving. The Beijing, now with a veteran crew, goes up against a Nikoshirana class heavy cruiser and the Unebi of the Notori class, and she's proven herself before. She can take on these cruisers. Let's get revenge for that light cruiser that got sunk. Actually, let's focus the light cruiser first. Because I think 1 or 2 HE shells should absolutely end her. Oh, she went invisible. So, let's take the heavy cruiser then, because that's the one we have to shoot at. Come on, veteran crew. Secondaries on the light. There we go, ammo detonation on Kingusa. I thought I told you to fire at the heavy cruiser with your main guns. I don't like it when you do that. Switching targets. Now the light cruiser is close enough for secondary work. Now that heavy cruiser is doing not serious, but still enough damage to put this into repair for quite a bit. There we go, flash fire on Kingusa. Let's just finish her off. Yeah, 6-inch guns. Being quite effective at dealing with that light cruiser Unebi. 12-inch guns being very effective at dealing with that heavy cruiser. Torpedoes, but I saw those coming. Look at that. 6-inch guns tearing this light cruiser apart. Maybe my next light cruiser class will just have 6-inch guns. Fast-firing, accurate 6-inch guns. That is, I think, the end of Kingusa. Yep, let's just focus everything on Unebi. HE, please, on the main guns. Might not be necessary, because there she goes. Very little damage taken on Beijing. And 2 more enemy ships sunk. Alright. Let's see, that's some tonnage to spare. 32,000 tons. Just not enough to resume construction of the Hualong. Wasn't this 6 months last month for the light cruisers? Strange. That's sad. Now they're not going to come into action in time to participate here. Where did that Japanese battleship go? Here it is. Yeah, I think I'll just keep my my battlecruisers in port where they are, because they're doing a pretty good job just getting some battles now and then and sinking enemy cruisers. Let's see. Do I know what I'm getting here yet? Not yet. Alright then, next month. Alright, we got a strike and another convoy. Let's see, the strike. And we sank 2 transports, did some damage to Tsingtao. Wow, the Soviet Navy is having some mine problems. Transport losses, none of mine, but none of the Japanese either. France is having rebellion problems. 13%. It's just not good. I would just need to have a lot more tonnage. I can meet the minimum requirements, but I just don't have the access to bump it up further. Do they have ships in Tsingtao? No, they do not. I wonder if my DDs are ready yet. Yeah, they are. Oh, one of them is in let's see. It's got to be one of these, right? Yeah. That one. So, for this convoy battle, I'm just going to send the DD home as soon as the battle starts, so it takes no damage whatsoever, so I can send it out to the task force. Because I don't want it locked in repair for a month. Unless, like, it starts in torpedo range and can just drop some torps early on, which it actually can. Then it can drop torpedoes while retreating. Ooh, sketchy. You can now retreat. Goodbye. I didn't think it would pull that much lead and almost put the torpedoes into the hull of the Yangshu. That could have been embarrassing. Luckily, it was okay. Let's turn this way and keep these light cruisers on a straight course. Maybe, if we're lucky, they can meet up with some of our torpedoes. No. Nope. Ain't gonna happen. What is your torpedo range anyway? I'm inside of it. This one has a seasoned crew. Not seeing quite as much action as the Shanghai. Friggin' smoke. There we go. There's your flooding. Let's go for HE. Secondaries on the DD, please. Turn those guns around. Come on. Can you traverse? I only have 2 transports though, and one of them is already sinking. So that might be a loss right there, technically. Yeah, this one will not survive. It's a huge fan of torpedoes. I think I can get away. There we go, HE pens on U body. More HE pens on U body. Kinu has taken what? What has hit you? Kinu? Okay. I guess Yangshu just switched targets on her own. And that might have been the first one she was targeting. Anyway. 1 light cruiser down. 1 DD already damaged. Torpedoes on reload, so not that scary at the moment. It's a 2nd light cruiser about to evaporate. Yep, Kinu sinks. Just that DD left. I'm gonna keep sailing straight at the moment. %88 structural. It's probably gonna be a 2-month repair. I was hoping I could keep it at 1 month. Our torpedoes are now reloaded, but they are not in range. So she's slowed down because of the flooding, and there she goes. Nice. Lost the convoy, but let's just say that was bait to draw out the Japanese cruisers. Alright, let's see. Yangzhou, 1 month repair. Not bad. I was sure it was gonna be 2 months. So, this one. This DD. I kept it intact. So it can be added to that task force. It's not gonna add a lot of tonnage, but having an extra DD in the mix, not a bad idea. Beijing has also been repaired. It is tempting to add her also to one of these task forces, but she doesn't really weigh that much. It's 25,000 tons. And she's being very valuable right now, just generating convoy missions in which she can take on Japanese cruisers. Can we now? Yes, we can. Unsuspend construction of Hualong. There you go. Resume. Pretty nice. No, things are not going too badly. What do the Japanese have left now? 56 ships, 1 battleship, 14 heavies, 12 lights, 11 DDs, 18 submarines. They're building 25 more. Alright. And they are once again rebellious. Army logistics up to 11%. Very nice. I think that if we can just sink some more of those Japanese ships, also my GDP is now higher than Japanese GDP. That's not bad. Let's improve relations with the Americans. Maybe if they like me a little bit more, they're gonna like the Japanese a little bit less, because they're fighting me, and might join in on the war. Victory points 220,000 versus 17,000. So far that's a pretty nice victory in and of itself. But if I can engage and sink some more of their cruisers, that would be very nice, especially their heavy cruisers, which are not that hard to kill and quite expensive at 1.2 billion. So that's pretty nice food for my battlecruisers. It's also tempting to send out a battlecruiser to engage this task force here with 3 heavies, because I think it could take it, but I don't have any ASW escorts for it, because my light cruisers are all on the bottom of the sea. So yeah, my battlecruiser could get engaged by submarine and not really have any good defenses against that. And also being engaged by a submarine means no combat against surface ships that turn. So he's just gonna stay in port and hope for some convoy missions. Their advance is up to 14% again. I am taking Mongolia, which is nice. It's not worth much. which is not nice, but it's something. But yeah, let's focus on trying to take Kiachao Bay. And then we're gonna try and take Penghu and Formosa. Maybe Okinawa Islands too. I don't think that takes a lot of tonnage to pull off. The Yaodong Peninsula, probably quite difficult to take. Those are most parts of Korea, I think. Yeah. Because the required tonnage for a naval invasion is based on mostly on the port capacity. So if there are multiple high capacity ports in a region, it's going to require a lot of tonnage to take. Tsingtao is only 178,000 tons in the port capacity. And still. Well, anyway, that's enough for this time. I will see you again in the next episode. Goodbye, and take care.